Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing another quick tier list. Well, my first quick tier list, I'm hoping. And this tier list is a pretty basic one. We're just going to be ranking the Nightfarers from S to D tier. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going to be giving them kind of brief because I don't want this to be like another hour-long video like the last one. But yeah, let's get started, man, with Wilder, John Nightreign, the boy, the guy. Wilder's an A tier, man. He is just a classic. I mean, yeah, he's just a classic. I mean, everything about him is pretty solid. His grapple is perfect for mobility. It's even good in fights. It's even especially good in final boss fights, as most of the time using it to get away from stuff is very useful. Ultimate, just a basic bomb, dude. It's very nice, very sick. Yeah, not much else to say about that. He's pretty damn solid. Not S tier, though. I think we can all agree he's probably the most balanced Nightfarer. Moving on, oof. Unfortunately, bro, the worst. Again, okay. I'm ranking these all comparatively to each other. So I'm looking at these guys and I'm saying, where are they at compared to the other ones? Guardian is by and large the worst compared to everybody else that's on here. So that's why he's in D tier, or else I'd just put him in like C tier or something. But let's just keep it real, bro. He has a backstep. His shield doesn't really do that great against elemental damage. So it's like, when it matters most against a Night Lord, you're not really blocking enough damage, if we're keeping it real, or it's using all your stamina. His playstyle is, like, the playstyle is pretty boring as well. If There's a lot of things that they need to do. They really need to give him more damage. They need to help his shield out. I thought, because I remember watching the trailer, I thought that his shield would have like a lot larger of a radius, and you can kind of get in front of your teammates that were like being attacked and kind of tank aggro, or at least like block attacks for them. You could technically kind of do that, but like I think what would be a really good idea is to, yeah, when he's blocking with a great shield at least, let him have like this sort of invisible shield around him hitbox wise that blocks the attacks and protects your teammates. That would be really cool. Then we'd be talking. But moving on. Oh my gosh. Do we cover the GOAT? Yeah, why not? It's, enough said, really. I mean, I don't think anybody's arguing against Iron Eye. The fact that his marking ability has iframes is one of the most ridiculous things about him. If anything, that is the only thing I would nerf with him. I would nerf the relic that gives him 2, and I would get rid of it. And then I would just make the iframes smaller, or just get rid of them entirely, or at least also take the damage off of the marking ability. This guy is just so busted. But again, like, I wouldn't nerf him that crazy in terms of damage, because this is really like the first FromSoft game where bows feel nice. So I wouldn't want to nerf him too bad. He's always going to be good because he's range, but compared to the other two range characters, he is just a monster. Moving on next is the Duchess. I'm going to put Duchess... Okay, these are all... where they're at in the placement also matters. Duchess is high A tier. She's probably the second best Nightfarer in my opinion. The problem with Duchess is that it's kind of reliant on items you get. And I know that's... if my grandma had Bill, she'd be a bike. If Wilder had Darkmoon Greatsword and was running all kinds of relics... there's specifics, but it's especially for Duchess. Like, she is going to be really good if you get a good dagger and a good staff, which is not the most likely thing in the world. Like, if you get Carrion Slicer with Duchess, you're looking good. Like, she's insane. But if you just play daggers as she's intended, she's pretty damn good still. Her dodge is pretty nuts, pretty busted. She's probably one of the more fun characters to just pick up and play, like Wilder. These are just two guys that you just pick up and play. The brother and sister combo. Yeah, there's not much to say. Her ultimate is absurdly underrated. I mean, people always... maybe I'll do an ultimate tier list too. But yeah, so many tier lists. Let me do a hair color tier list for the Nightfarers, bro. But her ultimate, the cloak, is actually kind of amazing. It's just free. You get free damage if you're not bad. You get a set amount of time when you can't be seen. You're invisible, right? You can get a couple attacks off without the boss starting to attack. Certain ones will, but like I have it happen to me all the time where I go invisible at like the boss fight, and the boss is just kind of standing there and not really doing anything. And if you, even at least if you're on a trio, you can have your teammates just hit the boss for like free at least 1 or 2 times without attacking. It's actually pretty underrated. But moving on, Raider. This is my least played character. I do not like the moveset. However, I'm not stupid, and I accept that he is extraordinarily good. Um, my best friend plays Raider, and he will melt bosses. His ability is ridiculously good. Not his ultimate, I would say. His ultimate's okay, but his ability is really good. I'm surprised he doesn't have S health, but the S damage is pretty nuts. I the thing is though, is he better than Wilder? Because I mean, his move set kind of, if we're keeping it real, takes away from him a little bit. Because the colossal weapons against a lot of these bosses, especially enhanced bosses, we gotta take that into consideration. Nowadays we're going up against the enhanced version of these bosses. So you thought there was not a lot of windows to attack the boss. Well, now there's really not a lot of windows to attack bosses. So you're kind of just like almost semi-reliant on just using his power, poisoning through their enemies' attacks, and just doing this. I forget what the power for him is called, but you know what I mean. And stance breaking the boss, and then jump attacking once every blue moon. I'm still gonna have him above Wilder, and just because of those reasons. But I mean, Wilder might be better if we're keeping it real. I don't know. Hmm. No, I think he's A tier. Okay, moving next, the Revenant. Hmm. She's not with these guys. Let's keep it real. I'm as biased as I am, as much as I like Revenant. She's B tier. It's unfortunate. She just, I mean, nowadays the FP doesn't matter, but at least when the game first came out, everybody was saying it, and it was very valid. Why the hell doesn't she have an S and FP or more FP scaling? Also, the fact that her Arcana's B is kind of whack. Like, you might as well just play Recluse. The only reason you would play Revenant is for her summons and rolling instead of backstepping, because Recluse can just do everything that Revenant does in terms of damage. But, of course, Recluse can also use staffs. So yeah, that's really unfortunate for Revenant. I, I wouldn't, I don't think they are gonna buff. If they're gonna buff anybody, they're gonna buff Guardian, obviously. And if they're gonna nerf anybody, they're gonna nerf Iron Eye. I don't think Revenant really get changed that much. They should buff her spirits in terms of when facing the Night Lords. Once you're at the port or spot, geez, of fighting a Night Lord, I think your summon should be able to take at least one big shot. Because 9 times out of 10 they're just getting wrecked in one hit, one basic attack. But yeah, I really think Revenant could have a lot more to get better, but I like playing her still. Her ability is really nice too. It's one of the only like instant pickups, and she's better than Guardian, so that's nice. Recluse is also B tier. However, she is better than Revenant's because of her S and Faith and S and Int. So yeah, pretty much not as good as Iron Eye, nowhere near. Not as good as these guys up top. But I'm saying that because of the backstepping, because of the fact that you're kind of forced to use your cocktail on the third go, which is really annoying whenever I play Recluse, which is not really often. Her and Raider are like are probably my least favorite characters in total. Um, but yeah, she is really good. I'll accept that she's really good damage. I mean, I don't know why some of these characters can't roll. I guess it's to balance them out. I'm not the biggest fan of non-rolling characters. I played Guardian so much when the game first came out, but that was the thing that pissed me off beyond belief. Like, why can't I roll, bro? It just felt so unnatural to backstep. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna put Recluse. A B tier. I mean, she might be A tier, but I mean, I'm not gonna put Recluse in the same tier as Duchess, because Duchess is, she can pump out like obviously a lot less damage in terms of magic, but she can use other weapons. Like she can use daggers, short swords, regular long swords relatively easily with her dex scaling. She can cast spells, I think, even faster than Recluse. I'd say her DPS is even more than Recluse because of the frickin' her abilities. And Recluse's ability is nice. In solo, obviously, I mean, it's not as useful because spamming like a really big spell, you're not really going to get off in solo without getting hit. But in a team, that's actually pretty cool, because if you're not aggroed and you got Common Azure or something, then you can do something pretty cool. But finally, last but not least, the wolf inside of me, Executor, is... middle. He's better than Revenant. Is he, though? Yeah, because the bleed is pretty crazy. He does have a lot of bleed, and if you do use him, which I don't, his Cursed Sword and parry, if you do, shout out to you, bro. You're pretty savage. Every time I play this guy, which is a decent amount, I do not use that, and I just kind of play him as a bleed build essentially. But yeah, he's pretty decent, but nowhere near these guys up top in terms of well-roundedness. His arcane is very nice though, and you will proc bleed a bunch. So if you have that poison relic and also the bleed, that's really nice. But yeah, that is all Nightfarers. Again, pretty quick little video. Yeah, not much else to say. This is not a super unique one, obviously. I'm sure you guys have seen a bajillion of them by now, but that is where I will rank all of these. If we're keeping it real, all of the A tier can be moved down to B tier, all of the B to C, all the C to D, and all the D to F, and Iron Eye can say it S, or S+, or S++. Iron Eye is like 3 million times better than all these other guys. Just objectively, he's the most broken in the game. And the rest of these guys are all pretty balanced, in my opinion. I don't think they need too much changes other than this guy. Guardian, I think he needs a lot, because he is the coolest, yet he is the weakest. But yeah, don't want to drag out this video too long. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.